The Japanese raids in the Indian Ocean in April 1942 were a major naval operation aimed at crippling the British Royal Navy and asserting Japanese dominance in the region. Led by Admiral Chuichi Nagumo, the same fleet that attacked Pearl Harbor launched air and sea strikes against British bases and ships, causing significant losses and forcing the British to retreat from the Indian Ocean. Background and Japanese strategy. Following their victories in Southeast Asia, Japan sought to eliminate British naval power in the Indian Ocean to secure its newly conquered territories, disrupt Allied supply routes, and threaten British India. The Imperial Japanese Navy, Aijin, aimed to destroy the Eastern Fleet, the last major Allied naval force in the region. Attacks on Ceylon, Sri Lanka. The main targets of the raid were Colombo and Trincomalee, key British naval and air bases in Ceylon, modern-day Sri Lanka. On April 5, 1942, Japanese aircraft from the 1st Air Fleet launched a surprise attack on Colombo, sinking the cruisers HMS Cornwall and HMS Dorsetshire. The British aircraft carrier HMS Hermes and its escort, HMS Vampire, were later sunk off Trincomalee on April 9. The air raids also caused significant destruction on land, but the British managed to evacuate many of their ships before they could be destroyed. Impact on the British fleet. The British Eastern Fleet, under Admiral Sir James Somerville, realized it was no match for the powerful Japanese carriers and withdrew to East Africa and the Middle East. This effectively ended British naval presence in the Indian Ocean for the time being and allowed Japan to raid Allied shipping in the region freely. Aftermath and consequences. While the raids were a tactical victory for Japan, they failed to destroy the British fleet entirely. The British later regrouped and reasserted control in the Indian Ocean, culminating in major battles such as the Burma Campaign and the eventual Allied counteroffensive in the Pacific. The raids also influenced the British decision to strengthen their naval presence in the region, ensuring that Japan could not maintain dominance for long. The Japanese Indian Ocean raids demonstrated Japan's naval power at its peak but also marked one of its last major offensive operations before its gradual decline in the Pacific War.